we're here with the letter C, and which is for today is cover. So we're looking at different cover types, you know, whether it's early successional type habitat or if you got like an old field. There's a whole bunch of different cover types. Kind of behind me, as you can see, is we have some early successional type cover, I'd call it. We got some trees that are getting up 10, 15 foot tall behind me, mostly ashes, maples, some cherries, stuff that are those early developing species in an area. And this is really well known for its food value. There's a lot of food in here if it's managed properly. However, in this spot we're looking at right now, I have European buckthorn, I have honeysuckle, a lot of stuff that's taking away from that food value that this has. So some of the buckthorn, what you're gonna see is black kind of, you know, they call it lenticel bark, which is kind of a dotting, it's a porous type looking bark. It also has small thorns on it, but stuff like this, there's no food value to it, very little cover value, and it establishes and outcompetes a lot of the native stuff that you want. It won't get much more than 8-9 feet tall. It'll start to sprig up, as you can see, different shoots of it, so it's almost like a shrubby type species. And then one of the other dominant invasive species that you typically have on a property is something like this honeysuckle. Now this is a really big honeysuckle. This one you're going to be even hard pressed pulling out with a tractor. When it's really small, you're able to pull it out by hand when it's 1 or 2, maybe even 3 years old. Some of the stuff you're going to see with this is kind of this flaky little bark that it's got on it. Kind of long spaces between the furrows on the bark, and this is going to be the first thing that greens up in the spring. It does provide some cover and a little bit of food value, but comparatively to a lot of the native species that it just outcompetes because it grows so fast, it's definitely behind on the 8 ball. So we can go in, do some habitat improvements by reducing some of these species in this area and encouraging a lot more of the native stuff and a lot more of that early successional type vegetation that you're used to seeing in areas like this. I'm Ben Williams with Old Tin Cup Habitat Restoration and Enhancement. I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and share the video. And if you want to see something featured on one of our upcoming episodes of A to Z, drop it in the comment section below. Thanks, everyone.